The end of the sentence, always the agony of defeat. Josh Allen, gutted.
Josh, to come up short again, what are your emotions right now?
It's not fun. But to beat the champs, you gotta to be the champs, you gotta beat the champs, and we didn't do it tonight.
Can you take me through the fourth down play there under pressure?
Yeah, they gave a good look. Didn't see anything in my first cadence. They were sliding left. Corner came. Yeah.
Josh, I think when this season began, a lot of people were thinking, well, maybe a down year for the Bills, reset year, you've heard all that stuff. But when you get this close, none of that, how much of that even matters when it comes to how successful you view this season?
Yeah, you can either get it done or you can't, and we didn't get it done.
The pass to Hollins late in the first half, how much of a jolt did that give you guys and get you back in the game?
Huge jolt. He's played his ass off all year and made plays today. Curtis made plays. Guys made some plays today. We got to make one more and score one more point than them, and we didn't do that tonight.
What did they do on the 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 plays to snuff those out against you?
They got big guys in there. They played it well.
Josh, how much was just a lot of today failed execution on things that you guys were able to execute on in the season?
I mean, that's hard to tell right now until we watch it. I'm not quite sure, but the result is a loss, and so to answer your question, not good enough.
Josh, despite the heartbreak, you know that when you touch down probably in a few hours, there's going to be a sea of people waiting there for you. The idea of Western New York and them riding on this, what are your thoughts on this fan base?
They're the best, but we just want to get it done, and we haven't been able to.
Josh, when you get the ball back down 3, how did you feel about the situation?
Felt good, relaxed. We just, gotta execute better.
Josh, how much does the fact that it's been this specific team that's ended you guys this season so often add to this?
Well, they've ended a lot of team seasons too. It's a good squad. They had a good plan tonight, and again, they made one more play than we did.
It may take a couple days, but how much pride would you take in this group in the season they had?
I got so much pride in our guys, showing up each and every day, working as hard as they can. Guys truly adopted what we talked about this year going into it. Love these guys.
Josh, they made it really difficult for you on those quarterback sneaks, and you had no success. Everything you were catching, the defensive line was doing, they were just getting good jumps. What did you call?
Yeah, I mean, I think 1 jumps, 2, they played it well, put their big guys inside, and the linebackers were coming downhill pretty hard, and played it well.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks.
So the consummate professional, but only one team gets the end of the season with a smile, and that does not belong to Josh Allen and these Buffalo Bills. The questions, the same as years past. What went wrong? What do they need? How do you get past Patrick Mahomes? Let's address the first. What went wrong in this game, and what do they need to make sure it doesn't next time?
Well, Josh Allen played outstanding, guys. Josh Allen played good enough to win. Just key moments they did not take advantage of. 4th down opportunity, 4th and an inch. Your 6'5", 6'6" quarterback, he's been unstoppable in those cases. You don't convert. You look at some other opportunities as well, 2-point conversion not going your way. Simple things like that. And for you, before you can win a championship, you have to learn how not to lose. And that's the issue. They're learning to lose in these moments, and you have to find a way to get that out of your locker room to learn how to win. And for Josh Allen, once again, he did enough, but enough isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Everyone has to be on the same page. You could talk about the 4th down situation, the Dalton Kincaid catch. It was a difficult catch, but it was a makeable catch.
And that is a tight end who's not a hand-in-the-dirt guy. That is a pass-catching tight end who makes that play.
Usually see them make these routine plays, even though that wasn't a routinely play, but it was a makeable catch.
So the question then becomes, And it was the question coming into this season, and maybe we come back to it here, Christian. Is this a team that has enough for Josh Allen to get to that place he's ultimately trying to go?
Yeah, I would say the group that is probably kicking themselves the most is the Buffalo Bills coaching staff. But what I saw was Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff that put the emphasis in the right situations. They kind of looked at the Buffalo Bills' tendencies. They kind of understood when they needed to have a gotta-have-it moment, and they knew that they would continually run the same play over and over again, which was a quarterback sneak. They knew exactly how they would run the quarterback sneak, and they got big bodies. They didn't change up the snap count. They didn't run anything else at them. They just really relied on what got them here, and in a way, you can't really blame them because it's worked all year. But when they needed something different, they needed, I don't know, just a different attack, something that wasn't gimmicky, like the Chiefs, and I hate to say it. And we talked about this before the game even started. In games like this, playing against a monster like the Chiefs, ordinary guys need to make extraordinary plays. Like you have to be able, your third and your fourth guy, your non-stars, have to be part of the production and moving the ball. And they got it every now and then, but when it mattered most, they didn't.
And I can tell you this much, what showed up today, and usually you won't see it until maybe 1 or 2 moments in the season. The lack of playmakers at the pass-catching position.
A coherent passing attack.
That's the thing.
Matt Collins made some plays.
Yeah, but he's not your playmaker, right? He kind of outkicked his coverage in this ball game. But you can weather the storm in regular season play. You can weather the storm in divisional round matchups. But when you're playing to get to that sticky Lombardi, you need to have playmakers. You need to go get you a wide receiver that can be an alpha at that spot to be able to be a lead playmaker for your offense. And then defensively, they got to get bigger in the inside. You know, I've been saying that all year long. If you find a team that can run down the teeth of their defense, there lies the opportunity to have success. We saw Baltimore do it. They didn't do it the length that we thought they should, but when they ran the football downhill, guess what? They were successful. Kansas City did the same thing tonight. So if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, and I would like to read a text message from a longtime Buffalo Bill fan who's a good friend of mine, right? And I would imagine this is the logic for 90% of Buffalo Bills fans and how they feel right now. He said a whole lot in terms of, you know, venting, but he said, Buffalo will never win a Super Bowl in my lifetime. Much respect to the Chiefs. They are the champs until we see otherwise. Said that at the beginning of the year, thought Buffalo could finally get over the hump. Same old story, same old story. So just think about that. Because if you've been a Bills fan and you're anywhere between your late 30s to your mid 60s, the only thing you have really seen has been major disappointment and heartache. In moments where you thought you can go get it. And this was a moment, because when we came into the studio today, we all felt like Buffalo did have a shot. Yeah. We felt like they could win it. I picked Kansas City, but I felt like Buffalo could win it, and not only win this game, but actually win a championship, Christian.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And most Bills fans felt the same way. And it's the same old story. So my message for Bills fans right now, all adults, male and female, just go to sleep. Just try to sleep it off. Don't go to your nearest adult beverage store. Just try to sleep it off.
I will say this.
It's hard.
A lifetime is a long time, and they have a great quarterback there, but it's also forever away.
And that's an emotional text, but
September kick.
Because you got to look at it like this, Joe. Christian.
Open the season.
Think about this. Where's Pat Mahomes going?
Okay, so make me a promise.
What?
Next time?
What?
Year from now? Big Red Machine playing on a championship Sunday. Let's not pick what we want to happen. Let's pick what we think.
I picked the Chiefs.
I know. I got you this year. I got you.
Have to get
Christian will work on you.
I'm not. Listen, I lived it with the other guy that wears number 12.
Yeah.
Like when people kept thinking that Brady was done and it was over and there's no way it could happen again. It just kept happening again and again. I'll say this about the Bills. Sometimes, like, the timing just isn't right. You think of all those great, New York Knicks teams or Laker teams or the Pacers or the Suns when the Bulls were at their peak. They had great teams, but it didn't matter. Yeah. Like the Utah Jazz, constantly, they just had the unfortunate timing of playing against the greatest player in the history of basketball, and no matter how good they were, it wasn't going to work. And this is the same thing with Patrick Mahomes.
Listen, you just told the Bills fans just to admit the time. And
it is. I think it's as simple as that.
Bills fans that were rooting for the Bills in the 90s.
I think it's as simple as that.
When is the
but,
time gonna be right?
man, I tell you
Sometimes-
what, 10 years?
Yeah.
Maybe the year 3000.
10 years?
There is a gatekeeper.
We won't be here in the year 3000, but maybe that might be when the time is right, year 3000.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, it is
He'll
his
be gone by
time.
then, right? He won't be still throwing touchdowns?
It's his time right now. I make no promises. That man is timeless in the way that he
Can't be
plays this
throwing
football
touchdowns in the year
game.
3000.
It will be the Eagles getting another chance to
3000.
right the wrong that they were done some 2 years ago. Chiefs and Eagles, Super Bowl 59. More coming here on CBS Sports HQ. Straight ahead, full highlights from the game that was an instant classic coming up next.